I know, which was crazy. And I went to Hawaii. What's been happening? Sorry, Mary. Drinking a bottle of Sharrot. Oh my gosh, I'm really happy. I haven't seen some of these comics. I know they've been on the road. I mean, I haven't seen them because they haven't been performing. I haven't seen them because they've been on the road. So it's so great to have them here. So my first comic, he is, we played together in Philly like a year ago. And it's been so hard to find him here. So it's been great. He plays Philly, he plays up and down the East Coast. He's got a great name coming from Philly. You guys ready? Mr. Pat Rocchi, everybody. Mr. Pat Rocchi!
Eccentric disappointment already. Yeah, really, she talked a lot about having a new comic, and I'm hardly a new comic.
What? That has no pepperoni.
Like genetic matchup of Mitt Romney and Keith Richards. I had a decrepit body, but at least I had the decency to put a jacket over it.
You want a piece of
I come to places like this, you know, I'm working with the younger comics. You were probably hoping you could get three of a kind. You got them and you got me. I'm working with them, they're on their iPhones, they're on their tablets. I'm on Medicare. You know, ladies, I look at you, I think back when I was younger, believe me, I used to be cute. I really was. When I walked into this room, one time you would have said, oh, I wonder if he's available. Now you're probably saying, I wonder if he's even insurable. And I'm not. I shouldn't be insurable. I'm in terrible shape. You know, they say when you're in good shape, when you run, you should be able to talk. Oh, when I run, I talk, but I say things like, call 911. And where's the nearest hospital? So, great to be here in Hamenton. This is going to enhance my career. The gateway to Marlton. Yeah, it's great. The way they have a winery here so that they have something in this town. Where do you folks do your shopping? You do shopping here? Is there shopping? Is there, for instance, where do you get your groceries? Martin, yeah. Well, you know, like, do you have a Whole Foods, or as I call it, holy shit, did you see how much that costs? I will say that I was here recently, and I bought an avocado that's on layaway until the home equity guy comes through. They're so pretentious at Whole Foods, trying to go after their hipster clientele. You know, I think this woman had me, and she's showing me around, she's saying, we're all cruelty-free, we're organic, we're farm to table. I was in the bakery section looking at the donuts. And I was walking out and there was a sign up that said, salad kits for sale. Folks, I'm a loyal American. When do things get so bad in this country we need kits to make salads? I remember Sears used to sell kits to make houses. Now we need kits to make salads. Welcome to the dumbing down of America, folks. Yeah. Good American there. Don't dumb down, smarten up. You know, I was in the grocery store, they showed me a frying pan about this big, and they said, it's good for frying one egg. You know, right. You need that? You know what else is good for frying one egg? A regular size frying pan. Oh my goodness. How about Costco? You have any Costco's here? You know, oh, you're saying yes, you're saying no. Oh, yeah, oh, good. You know, I'm in the minority. I like Costco. I like any place where you can get lawn chairs, vinyl siding, and tartar sauce all in one place. So, I also, I'm glad you have a winery here. Now, let me ask you, do you have Italian food to go with this here? And you have Italian restaurants in this town? Oh, good. What do you have? Fracciano's. Good. I'm glad to hear those unfamiliar names. Good. As long as you don't have to settle for an Olive Garden, man. As an Italian American, I think that the Olive Garden is a crime against the nation of Italy. Really. So, yeah, I mean, the bologna de carbonese is really good there. Really good there. Well, I'll tell you, I mean, I'm listening to Helene. She said, oh, I was born in 1962. Everything I do is like 10 years behind her. I was born 10 years behind her. It's like, and it was hard for me to get here. The maintenance on a 1952 Italian is very time consuming. My body's like an old car that needs work. It'll get you where you want to go, but it needs that maintenance all the time. As a matter of fact, I wondered if what would happen if Consumer Reports rated me the way they do used cars. So I looked it up. Yeah. Let me see, 1952 Italian. Predictability lower than average. Fluid injection sluggish. Well padded back seats. A tendency to leak fluids. Yeah, that sounds like me. Yeah, Helene, she's a kid at 62. At my age, one of my biggest thrills was finding a new primary physician. And the first thing she did, man, when she found me was she prescribed an autopsy for me. She said, let's face it, we're all old, decaying structures. Well, thank you for that puff of positivity, Dr. Kevorkian. And why don't we just do the injection right now? So, being my age, I'm not, other than not being dead, I'm not too choked up about it. One of the things I'm really not happy about, how many people here in corporate America? No, good. Doesn't seem to be many. Good, you're spared certain things like HR harassment videos. Right. Here's my objection to those. All the rotten managers in it look like me. They're all old guys with glasses. Some of them have a skeevy little mustache here, and they make a pass at the attractive young Asian woman. And then she turns him down, and he goes, oh, sweet and sour. It's like, oh. Another thing I don't miss since I've been retired in the corporate world, corporate pep talks. I can't stand corporate pep talks. I used to get real surly at them. My boss would take me aside and say, Tad, there's no island team. I said, yeah, pal, there's one in Rays, and I'm like, get one this year with the assholes like, yeah. Don't give me that corporate rah-rah. So, any special occasions here? Anybody here celebrating birthday? What's the birthday? Oh! And you too? Which, I won't ask you, oh! This lady is proud of being sissy. Let's hear it for her. Man, I have a little gift that I give to people who have birthdays. I hope you can enjoy it. It's a coupon from Bed Bath & Beyond. Enjoy it. Yeah. That's okay. One thing I really hate about getting older and seeing a young world as I get older, commercials on television. When did ED become entertainment? With those commercials? I talk about those commercials. First of all, they start off with this phony, happy music. Young man who had a birthday back there, stay away from those commercials, because I guarantee you, the music itself will make you soft. And then they show, you gotta understand, there's some people around here who are my age. It's a generational thing. For years, the only time I saw ED on a TV screen was when Mr. Ed was coming on. So, look, I want to tell you something. I want to thank the people who laughed at that joke. My wife is back here, and she keeps telling me, nobody's going to get that joke. You have to drop it from your act. You ladies are younger. And do you know who Mr. Ed was? Not really. I get invariably. Because invariably, I've got some pimply-faced kid in my audience who says, "Oh, I don't know who Mr. Red was, Mr. Rocchi." And I have to explain it was a talking horse. Nobody really knew how he talked, but he sounded like a gay Johnny Cash. No, ride me. So anyway, they show these women in these commercials doing things that are supposed to show how adorable they are, but then those things are actually justifiable homicide.
Can't roll my R's.
They show them in a restaurant stealing food from her man's plate. Or she's painting and she gets paint on her nose. Or she's baking.
But I was the only one who tried.
Apparently, the people who write these commercials think that something on a woman's nose is an aphrodisiac for most women. Oh, honey, you have something on your nose? I'm ready. Here I am. I'm ready. And then the husband. You got the husband. Looking off to the side, very lovingly at the wife. And I know that he's really thinking, oh, honey, you think that I'm having trouble in bedroom because of your health? But the real reason I can't get enough of you is because you're so annoying. And then look at those guys. Do you ever see those guys in those commercials? Dark hair, thick, touch of gray on the side, nicely built, not muscle bound, but tastefully trimmed. These aren't the guys who get ED. Show me a guy like your old governor, Chris Christie. A guy who's so fat, he hasn't even seen his own dick for the last 7 years. And while I'm up here talking about aging, and I'm talking about family, in fact, let me talk to you about family. Because over the weekend, to Helene, I'm always behind her. She talked about being married for 35 years. Last weekend, I was married for 45 years. It's not that good. No, really. What's that? The gentleman said people don't get that long for murder. Yeah, sir, what's your name? Jim. Ladies and gentlemen, your opening act in the month of month, Jim. Thank you very much. No, Jim, it's like, how long have you been married? 47, you big league. Congratulations. It's kind of like, the thing is, my wife is cute, if you saw her, you like her, and everything. But everything I do seems to annoy. It's like the vows I took where you love, honor, and annoy this woman. This is true. I'm sitting in the living room the other day, minding my own business. And she said, "Can I get tag on your nose bothering you?" I said, "Well, no, actually it's not." She said, "Well, it's bothering me, take care of it." So, the stupid thing is I have to go to the doctor. Because something on my nose is bothering my wife. Doctor looks at me and says, "I have one of those." I said, "You have a skin tag on your nose?" He said, "No, I have a wife that nags me too." And she's always on my back about kale. Like it's going to keep me living a long time. And kale is on a food pyramid is in the weeds category. I have to say one thing, it's a very versatile food. You can blanch it, you can puree it, you put it in a salad, you put it in burgers. No matter how you prepare it, it tastes like shit. We went to Panera's, perfectly nice store that serves good foods like breads, flatbreads, smoothies, paninis, jelly donuts, crawlers, and she said, "Why don't you go over there and get a kale smoothie? It's easy, nobody's in line." I said, "Of course nobody's in line, they're serving kale. Nobody came here to eat kale." So I went over and they all had kale, so I ordered the next best thing, I got a cinnamon roll. Look, I just want to tell you this. It's really not all that big getting older. I don't want to paint a lousy picture of it. There's really some upsides to it, such as you can, I save a lot of money as you get older. I cancel all my magazine subscriptions. I'm in the doctor's office so often. I just read magazines there. And when you see me this next summer, I have my shorts on, you'll admire the tattoo and the snake on my legs. You don't have to know what my varicose veins. But Jim, I'm going to see if you agree with me on this. Over 45 years of marriage, as I age, I compare my sex life to movie franchises. When you and I started 45, 47 years ago, Jim, it was the Fast and the Furious. Get in there, that's over a little bit too quick. Gentlemen, give it a few years. After a while, you're Iron Man. That's when you're at your best. Now today, 45 years later, in my early 70s, it's Mission Impossible. So, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Pat Rocchi. Have a great night today.
So good. I'm just going to talk about the weather for a second. Some of you know it's coming. I'm talking